So good evening, everyone. Welcome in the second session of the Athena Soft Skills Academy, a seminar module that has been prepared in collaboration with other colleagues from the Athena European University. It's a great pleasure to have one of them, one of the core team members with us, Professor Anna Barata from the IPP. She works for the engineering department. She's an excellent teacher, lecturer. I have seen one of her previous lectures, and she's going to discuss with us today about collaboration skills. I'm going to emphasize the importance of the collaboration skills since we are living in a very competitive environment regarding our survival in the employability, in the environment, in the job environment, and also in science. In order to address the challenges of today, we need collaboration and communication among different disciplines, different partners, different cultures. So Anna is going to address many of them, mainly from the point of view of collaboration and team working. So the floor is yours, Anna, to guide us, today through this exciting and very important soft skill. Thank you, Anna.
Hello, everybody. I hope you are in a very good mood and willing to participate, not only to listen, because I've actually prepared more like a participation dependent session rather than a talk. And for that, of course, probably some of you might have some internet restrictions that is avoiding you from opening your cameras, but it would be really important if you could make the most effort possible, the hardest one, just to show up your faces. Hello, because I can read an amount of names around here, but I'm only seeing Alexandra's. Hello, Alexandra, welcome. And then my colleagues, right? And them I already know, and I have learned part of the information that I'm going to discuss with you, with them. So they also have a lot to teach to us. Thank you, Radovan, Jules, nice to meet you, Lena. Hope you are all in good mood, right? Yeah, Lucas, now it's getting much better. As well, getting you to show your faces, it's kind of hard, all right? I can imagine if we were in the classroom that you would get into the room with hats, black ones, like robbing a bank or something. Was it going to happen that way? Was it? No. Okay, so unless you actually have very restrictive internet connections, please open up your camera and show up your faces and smiles and eyes that show that you have been partying as well. It's all part of our life. Okay. See. Hello. How are you? Hello, Lucia, Jacob. It's very nice because I don't know you, but I can say your names very clearly. It's very, very good. Okay, so as Professor Costas said, I am going to do my best to kind of shed some light into what is this collaboration strategies and skills, why are they relevant, what are they useful for, and well, most of all, also listen your contributions and discuss a little about what all these implies in your life, both personal, academic, and professional life. Okay, and why are we talking about this? But first, I would like to share something with you. Let's see. I'm kind of I usually confuse the commands. All right. So if I repeat things a lot or have difficulty in sharing something and you can see, just let me know. I'm not going to ask all the time, right? If you are not seeing or following or understanding something, please do let me know about it. Okay, is that a deal? And you can use the the emoticons or just put your thumbs up, and it will be also easier for us to interact and without well, unnecessary interruptions. Let's try to take this out of here. Okay. Great. So I believe now you are seeing what's on the screen. And so let's get started with a short exercise. See, I'm starting to mess around with the commands. And that's to say hello to everybody, right? And this is a short challenge that we are going to make before we start actually talking. So the challenge is that you go to the Padlet platform, and I really would like that you checked if you have access to it. All right, I'm going to put the presentation again. Yep, there it is. You can either, I'm going to copy the link. It's easier, sorry. See, messing around with the PowerPoint again. Let me just, I didn't give you the time for accessing it. Yeah, it's easier with the link. Okay. There it is. You have the QR code. Oh God, it's too fast, this computer. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. Okay. In case you can't access through the QR code, there's the links on the chat, okay? And once you access, I've just included there an example for you with me. And so the challenge is that you, yep, very good. Now it's just, of course, you can then edit it later and add your profiles. And these also will remain as a record of the class that is attending this Athena Soft Skills Academy models, okay? So fill this in not only from the perspective of today's model, but from your whole, and this will be shared on Moodle. While you check if you have access to it, there are 13 people around here. Yep, I'm a teacher. See, easy. So like Professor Costas did, you can just write down a short message now and then fill it in a little bit later on, okay? And I would like to reinforce two aspects before we start talking about collaboration. I will upload the materials to Moodle, as said at the beginning, but I will only include a quiz and more extra materials by tomorrow evening, okay? So today it's Monday, and tomorrow evening you will have more information on the collaboration skills, okay? So today only the recording and the PowerPoint presentation. And there's a purpose, so that you have to go back in the middle of the week over there and actually check what you recall about what was discussed throughout this lecture today, okay? Very well, nice. Okay, nice. So let's keep on. Right. Five minutes more, then at the end, we will see. Very nice to meet you all. Well, this is a tentative outline of our model today. So starting with probably what is collaboration, recognizing some benefits and skills of collaboration, and what is actually involved in teamwork, shedding some light on this, some roles and profiles within the teamwork, and last but not least, I'll give you a list of resources that you may use then also to dig in further about this topic, and also make some self-assessment tests for updating and for checking out about your skills. Okay. And so the first question is, what is actually collaboration? Any idea? Anyone? Just save the Padlet now. Do not lose that link, please. And let's move further. Is that okay? Yep. Well, I believe that you are all very shy with this. So let's make this video visible for everyone and interact a little bit, because I think that you are afraid of talking. You can open your microphones. There are a few constructions here at ISEP. You will hear noise, but there is no problem about that. Okay, so let's go to this Mentimeter now. You are already familiar with the platform, I'm sure. And let's see what, oh, so nice, see? Very, very good. Really great. Okay. Let's open the new presentation. Excellent. So, you're already including it now, good. Very good. So, but only 3 are in, all right? How many are we here?
We are 47, 48.
48, and only 4 are in the Mentimeter?
It takes some time for them to join, I think.
Yes, I know. That's another thing. If I'm asking you to be too fast or faster than you can, please just, well, but we already have here very important keywords. So intercultural teamwork, exchanging ideas, working together, okay, joining forces, speaking, effective communication. Keep on. Yeah, we must have at least a half. Otherwise,
there is a technique to identify.
How's the technique, Costas?
I will show you in the hard way. You know, do you want me to play around?
You're showing the hard way.
Okay, do you want me to give you an example, for example?
Yes, give me an example.
Okay, I will tell you now. So I would like Daria to switch on her camera.
That's the hard way, isn't it?
This is the hard way, or the microphone. Daria, excellent. Daria is with us. Daria, please vote.
Hello, hi.
Daria is a student from Ukraine, am I right?
Yeah. Hi to all.
I hope everything is fine back home, as fine as can be.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. So.
And let's see. And Jovica, are you there? Have you interacted? How's your internet connection? I got the message. Jovica, how's your internet connection?
Jovica is not with us.
No. Lucia, are you with us? Lucia Perez. Yeah, we have 16 already there. Koburatu. You were at the big. Hey, Inez, so many, and they are also quiet. Katerina, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, hello. And so, have you interacted? Have you included your idea for collaboration there on the Mentimeter?
Yes, I think that teamwork and work together and so on.
Very well, thank you. And what about you, Natasha? Valeria? Yeah, they are not with us. You can have your microphones on. There's no problem with that, okay? Fatima, are you there? Dominic, Claudia, Costas, they are not here.
Okay, so
Samuel, are you there? Hakan, are you, I can see you.
We are.
Hello. Yes, now I was joking. Okay, so very well. Those the 23 that have participated, all right, got really assertive topics that will lead us and that we will keep on discussing and gathering ideas from over this session. So we have there two highlights that you have identified as defining collaboration: teamwork and working together. Okay, let's see what will come. And these are actually, well, the key ideas and the key tasks and activities that make collaboration possible, right? So let's keep on. And I really, really love this image. When you see this image, now there's no Mentimeter anymore, all right? So when you see this image, what can you see there immediately? Anyone? Muriel, are you there? What are you seeing there?
I'm seeing two kids trying to fish.
Yep, okay, so, and what does this image has to do with collaboration?
Because they have to work together in order to catch as many fish as possible. Like the kid with the spear has to catch it, and the other one is like looking and seeing.
Looking and seeing, they are collaborating. Yes. They are doing different tasks in order to attain the same goal, okay? If we look at the dictionary, well, at the Oxford Dictionary in this case, at the Oxford Learners Dictionaries, we find collaboration, of course, defined as a noun, and on one hand, defined as the act of working with another person or group of people to create or produce something. And it's also the result of that work. So a piece of work that was produced by two or more people or groups of people working together, right? When we consider a team, usually we refer to a group of more than two people, while collaboration implies that there must be at least two people working together. But if we have two, there's already collaboration, as long as they actually are looking at the same target and working together to attain and to succeed in their goal. In the case of these kids, they are calling their skills, their inner skills to catch the fish, to eat, to bring to their family. So that's their point. Well, and going a little bit deeper in these concepts, see, we have this like a diagram that shows us the collaboration life cycle. And collaboration has been defined also as where individuals are motivated to work together in an articulated way, and so that they can actually achieve their goals. Well, but we are in the digital age, and collaboration has caught other shapes that go more and further than the simple and so important physical interaction as we saw on the image with those two kids. Okay, so it combines several aspects also of the Web 2.0, for example, social media and other principles of online and distance communication and collaboration. And now it would be interesting if we had a look at this. Let's see, we have like this wheel that moves over and over and doesn't stop moving around, because actually they are dependent on each other, right? So awareness, motivation, self-synchronization, participation, mediation, reciprocity, reflection, and engagement. They keep on going in a wheel of interconnections and none without which collaboration doesn't exist, okay? Let's see. A name. I am Merrick. From this wheel that portrays the collaboration life cycle, what is the term that is there that calls your attention? Jean-Daniel. Muriel. Chazard. Mario Caporale. No, they are not here. Luca, are you there? Lucia.
So
Rima.
the first word that would pop up for me would definitely be motivation.
And why?
Well, I mean, I would say that my motivation, for instance, really fluctuates, and it's also like very dependent on what I'm doing. And I have essentially realized that if it is the thing that I need to do, or if it is the thing that I want to do, I cannot do it if I do not have sufficient motivation.
Very well. What about you, Rima? What is the word that pops out from this diagram that calls your attention immediately?
Sorry, you say my name. I didn't hear.
Yes, I said your name. I called out for you. From this diagram that I hope you are that I hope you are watching on the board. What is the concept,
I'm watching.
the idea that comes up?
Didn't heard my name clearly. So from this diagram, I can understand that it shows the collaboration life cycle.
Yes,
obviously, and we can see the steps that are needed to come to the collaboration. The thing that that catches my eye is engagement and participation.
And why? Is that engagement actually needed?
Yeah, if you are not engaged, you will not understand the core problem and you will not be able to solve it. So during collaboration, we are gathering to solve one problem, to come to one result that we need. But all of the team needs to be involved, engaged, and to participate to come to that result.
Very good. And commitment is fundamental. So it's another term to refer to engagement. And as you can read below on the last paragraph, some of the critical and typical features of collaboration these days have to include synchronous collaboration. So as what we are doing at the moment in a synchronous moment, and the synchronous collaboration via several tools like Teams, for example, Trello, Asana, and email, and several other collaboration tools that are useful and actually essential for today's line of work, especially in the technical and engineering grounds, but not only, okay, as we will see. Well, so what you can see here on the screen now, it's only an example of how the collaboration cycle may be filled in according to certain purposes. This diagram is filled in from a teacher's point of view, from a teacher's perspective. What is the purpose of a class, a lecture, the organization of a structured set of information from the teacher's perspective to promote collaboration and also developing it from a collaborative point of view. Okay, so together with the peers, so that then he or she, the teacher, may elicit in a collaborative mode consistent information and work from a class, okay? You can, of course, then have a look at this thoroughly later on. And now I have a challenge for you, which is going to be made on teams, different in several groups. So I will be putting you in different rooms, right? In different background rooms. First, what will you discuss with the students or with the professors, if they decide to get in as well, during 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, you will discuss and write on a slide what, from your point of view, is the set of benefits of collaboration. And consider the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the barriers that collaboration provides us within our working environment. Okay? Clear? So, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and barriers for collaboration, okay? From your point of view. And because this is connected, of course, try to list types of collaboration skills that you recognize, okay? So what are the benefits of collaboration? Its strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and barriers, and the types of collaboration skills that you can recognize. To make it easier, I would suggest that you took a print screen from the screen, of course. Sorry for the repetition. So you can have it recorded when I now mess you all around and put you in different rooms. Is that okay?
Highlight that when we are on the breakout rooms, we can share a matrix, you know, a whiteboard. So
yeah.
Each team can write on the whiteboard.
It can also, yeah, that's a possibility as well. That's good. So let me try. I'm just stopping the sharing. They can write on the whiteboard or just make a slide so they can then share. That's up to you. I'm going to give it, let's see. We are 44, aren't we?
42 without
42.
you.
42. Okay. So I'm
Some of them,
opening.
they are coming, they are leaving.
10, yes. They are not enjoying. 10 simultaneous breakout rooms. And I will go around checking up on you. See you soon. Just accept. Opening. There they go. It's a collaboration activity. Yes, they are moving. Yeah, they are getting in.
Have you placed me in a room?
You may accept.
Okay, you placed, you know, to which room? Because you can select the rooms as well.
Yeah,
now,
but I placed you in
everywhere.
room 6.
I can join everyone.
You can go to everywhere you like.
If you place me on 6, I will go to 6.
Yeah, let's see. But I didn't.
Hello.
Hello.
Excellent. So switch on your cameras to check out that you are with us, if you have a camera. All right. And Constantinos, are you with us? Katerina is with us. So So
Konstantinos is with us, but he spoke on the conversation. Maybe he has no camera.
all right, okay. So let me share, I will try to share with you the whiteboard in order to start to write. Can you see my whiteboard?
Yes.
All right, the first thing that we should write, I should use my iPad Pro, where the pen is much better. Now I'm going to use my mouse. So, so the first thing that we should do is like this swap. So let's say strengths first. I hope that you can understand now my, oh man, it's like so hard. Or you know what I'm going to do?
You can
I'm
type
going
it, right?
to write a text.
Yeah.
All right, so strengths of the collaboration. So let's make a round in order to be more democratic. Let's make a round of strengths. So who is going to start? Let's start as I can see the camera. Lucas, you are the first one. Take your time and think one strength of collaboration.
One strength can be the efficiency, because if we
Okay.
collaborate, we can do stuff harder or maybe
Efficiency
faster.
to perform. Efficiency to reach the final goal. No?
Yeah, exactly.
If I go to my friend from Montenegro or from Serbia or from Croatia, I don't know.
Bosnia.
Bosnia.
Yes.
So what about, a strength of collaboration?
Maybe generating new ideas of how to solve some
Generating new ideas and other solution pathways.
Yes.
Okay, let me change the color of the replies in order to be distinguished. Oh, everything. Let me do this. It does not change. It's not so sophisticated. So my term is efficiency generating communication between different scientific and culture, scientific disciplines and cultures, because you learned how to communicate much better. For example, if I have to communicate in designing a new laser system with engineers, I'm a physicist, I will approach the whole system from the physics point of view, but an engineer will add, a flavor how to engineer much better, the system, all right, as a device. Katerina, a strength of collaboration. Think, Kostas, another strength of collaboration I cannot see. So hi everyone, I'm with you, but I'm working at the same time, so I will keep Zoom open and hear the conversation. Okay, so Kostas cannot actively join us because he's following the lecture in work. Other kind of strength. So we see efficiency to reach the final goal, generating new ideas and other solutions, communication between different scientific disciplines and culture. Building trust, because when you collaborate someone, you are building trust between the different members, building trust between the team members. Any other thing, any other idea? Do you want me to go to the weaknesses?
With the collaboration, you can also improve your own skills.
Yes.
Thanks to the others.
Improvement of your skills, listening, very good. The others. Yeah, I mean, you are improving your active listening. You are improving your self-awareness, because you are learning new things and you can evaluate how many things do you know, or learn how to listen different opinions. So this can become more inclusive because you are accepting the different opinions and different kind of culture members. So more inclusive. Very good.
May I?
Yeah, of course.
And I would like to add empowerment between the members.
Empowerment.
And also share the knowledge from different topics.
I think
Different
that this can be included. This is very good on improvement your skills, no? Because you are sharing.
Yes.
All right, so excellent. Thank you, all of you. Let's go now. Let's go, if we can do, to the second is weaknesses. So who is starting? Weaknesses of collaboration. I would say one of the most important weaknesses is like sharing the information without know what this information will happen. For example, there are different departments in a company that they are asked to collaborate, and all the people, they hesitate. If I will tell to the other department about this information how is going to be exploited, or if this information is like against my impact to a company, if I'm important. All right, so I will say trust to share information. Doubts, let's say doubts to share the information. Other thing?
Maybe it's time consuming.
Time consuming, yes. Yeah, this is true. Because until the teams, they will collaborate, until the teams, they will align their priorities and schedules, it will take time consuming. Also, alignment of joint, how can I say, priorities. Sharing the same priorities within the team.
Also,
yeah, please, Katerina.
Between a team, all the members, they do not work the same in the same level, in the same
commitment.
They are not hard workers in the same level. All the members.
Not all of them. So the same commitment to the joint project. Okay. So I think that's it. Any other, Lucas?
I would say it requires also maybe organization. Someone, so that everyone is doing something useful. And yeah, and it requires organization to know who is doing what. Yeah, exactly. So many people don't work in the same tasks.
And I would like to add something.
Okay, Katerina, go ahead.
All the members, they do not have adaptability. They cannot, they may listen to something, but they are not capable to use it. They are not, they do not have the skills to use the new knowledge. I don't know how the exact words.
I try to write this, adaptability to follow the shared information.
Okay, yes.
Okay, let's go now to another one. The other word is opportunities to collaborate. What are the opportunities that you are building? I will say building other soft skills. For example, when you collaborate, you should speak. So you are improving your presentation skills, either oral or written.
Yeah. Hello. So how's your work going on, Costas?
each one of us will say something, you know, in rotation.
Yeah, I was just in a team where they were all shut up and were not doing anything. So they will have to deliver. No, you don't need to go there because I have already told them. What I'm considering that's important is that I'm going to send a message now. Everybody must write the names on the slide or screen that you are preparing and send this then to a link on Moodle that I will open. All right.
Okay.
Further on. Do you think so, Kostas? It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, now I'm
because some are
I'm a
sleeping.
student. Today I'm a student. I'm not a teacher.
Yeah, they are lucky that they have you there.
Presentation skills.
Or not. Lucas is not in a very good mood.
No, he looks like this. I think that he's.
I'm in a good mood.
Communication.
I'm awake.
Yeah. Okay.
Empathy. Active listening. So this is from my side. So other opportunities when you collaborate. You mentioned something before, one of you, evaluate your knowledge. So self-assessment, no, of your knowledge. Of your knowledge and your and the correction and the correct and the let's say your knowledge. Another thing, opportunity, I will say, other thing from your side, an opportunity, why, you know, to collaborate.
An opportunity is the general improvement of yourself. I think there is a general improvement, yeah.
Progress, improvement, self-improvement. All right. And let's go to barriers. Now someone else. Because barriers to collaborate. Why sometimes you hesitate to collaborate? This is the right answer. The right question, I think. Tell me. So let's start from Katerina now.
Different targets, different
priorities. Then.
Priorities, yes. Also different goals, different culture.
Different cultures. So
different,
here we should name
motivation.
Cultural intelligence. Different motivation. Various motivations. Within team. So what about the guys?
If you work as a group, sometimes it benefits more some people than others. Like if it's between different departments, maybe the global and final project will be benefiting some of them. So if you work for them and they get the credit for it.
So this has to do with the existence chances.
Yeah, and the credit that you get.
Credit. Received credit. Excellent. And
maybe bad communication skills between team members are making them unable.
Excuse me, can you name it again? Sorry.
Bad communication skills between team members are making them unable to collaborate.
Seems that, you know, my board does not work now. Let me place another task. How did you mention this? Can you repeat? I'm sorry about this. I was trying to.
Just a sec. Bad communication skills between team members.
Bad communication. But what is the reason of this bad communication? You know, because all the other reasons, Jovica, can result for bad communication. No.
Yeah. Understand.
So other reasons of the bad communication are part of these ones: different priorities, different cultures, various motivation with the team, existing chances, and received credit. You know, these are the things. Ego, because probably we think that we are the best, and you know we don't accept the other. Ego problems. All right.
Not easy to ask for help.
May we add language barriers?
Of course, but you know these are not included in the cultural intelligence. But I will place them because cultural intelligence probably means something else. Thank you very much, Konstantinos. Language barriers.
You're very well.
Excellent. Other reasons to collaborate. I think that's it, no? And regarding types of collaboration skills that you can develop, I think that we have already mentioned because we are building particular soft skills that are related with this, no? I think that we have already answered this. Any other ideas?
Mr. Petridis?
Yes, of course.
Maybe we please add something. Hi, Kostas. Kostas here also.
Yeah.
Could we please add something to the opportunities column?
Of course, if I can do it, because it seems that does not that is not the perfect tool. From the moment that you skip it, does not work.
I think when you press, you can drag this.
I will do something else. I will place it like this.
Lovely.
Yeah, tell me.
We can put enhance pluralism.
Enhance pluralism. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Excellent. I would say on the opportunities is enhanced. No, it was wrong. Also, you are building time management because when you work with a team, you should deliver in a specific deadlines that the team works. So I think that also you are building your time management skills. Time management, accountability, and functionality.
And people management, I would say.
And people, yeah, human resources.
The division of labor.
Yeah, interpersonal.
Yeah.
I think that we are fine, no? Let me save it to check out, because if I save it as a PDF, yes, I will save it as a PDF, but where it's going to be saved, I have no idea. Somewhere in the documents, I would say. Save as a PDF, save, show the finder. All right, it's here. So it's whiteboard. I will place it here. So if they are going to ask us, to share our opinion, we are ready. No? Any other idea? Any other idea? So, okay. So we stop share and we return back. Okay?
That's fine. See you in the other platform.
Yeah. So let's go back. No. She's going to close the rooms, not myself. So I don't have this kind. We are Sala 6. Let me check if I can work out. No, she's controlling now the rooms. So I have to wait.
I think if that every one of us press leave room, we automatically will be
myself, I don't have this option because I'm a co-host. So I have only closed.
I think I am the host because I was the first one to join the room.
So if you can return us.
I think the other people can do it. Let's see. I will try it.
Leave room. You're correct. You are correct. I'm wrong. Leave room.
Lovely. See you.
Our cameras were off because of the internet problem.
Yeah, all right. Kostas, I've given some teams, they were, we need to register. We were just talking and some didn't get in. This is a very weird and nice group as well. You are mute.
Yeah.
You are muted, Kostas.
I think he's frozen. My internet connection is not
good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
That was my mistake. I have a mouse that I think that does not respond very fast. I think that also I hope that they know how to save, their whiteboard or whatever they are using in order to share it with you.
Yeah, but this is also, let's see, I know probably it was a little bit enthusiastic from me to make them share.
No. This is very good to collaborate and speak.
But the idea is that, isn't it? So to put them doing oopsie wrong shits.
But this shows as well. Sometimes how do we teach our students? Because we demand from them to have presentation or collaboration skills, but during the lectures we don't demand.
We don't do it.
So I think that this way to ask them, to collaborate and express their opinion is something that they should learn. Sometimes they don't react because they are not used of it.
Yeah,
I don't think so that because they are shy.
No, and there is something else. I'm just going to close all the rooms so that they come back.
And check out, because some people, they have joined, but, they're switching off the cameras and, the microphones, this happens, in Zoom meetings, these things happen.
Yeah, no, but for me, it's
on
okay.
Wednesday, I will have the final decision from the, it's another thing. But you are among the 3 finals. This is what can I say.
I'm just waiting for all to get in.
So an MOU will be signed for sure. All right, sorry. This is like I'm a bad student. I'm talking about other things.
Yeah. Just waiting for everybody to get to the main room again. Well, we were discussing here an idea that is essential for you to have in mind. Most of the times we talk and talk and talk and talk with the teachers, right? And we want that you develop these collaboration skills, that you are prepared to work together, right? In different environments with different people, but we don't actually put you to work in the class time together. And with all the constraints that this have of some of you probably not knowing each other, of course, probably know for sure, right? So when you are just thrown into a room with a bunch of other people that you have never talked to, and you have this task, there is an amount of aspects that come to your mind. Well, some are introverted, others are very communicative and extroverted, right? And it's easier to do that immediately. Then others got this greater challenge of also having some teachers in the team, collaborating with them, right? Teachers that are students today. At least I'm always student. So this is a national challenge, but it's actually part of developing the skills that you require to be able to collaborate with others in diverse environments, right? And so I'll stop talking now and I will ask the students that were in room 6, I believe it's room 6, you have the permission to share your screen, all right? So the challenge is that you present very shortly what you discussed over your period of time. I think
I was in team 6.
You were in room 6.
Yeah, but okay, I don't want to be myself that I'm going to present the results.
No. It cannot be you.
Okay, I can share the screen so one of my team members, to present the things. So do we have anyone with me in team 6?
Yes.
I had, all right. So I will share my screen in order my team member to present, our board. So let me share my screen. And
so who was in room 6? Who was in room 6? It's your turn to speak. The floor is yours. Except Professor Costas, he must be quiet. Yeah. He's only the technician and
exactly.
Right? Hello, guys.
Yes.
So I cannot see now who was with me. It was Katerina.
I can go there and check, but my God, it's not, there would be no need.
Yes, I can read all the strengths. I am Katerina. Hello.
Katerina, very well. So you don't need to read, just present us what was your strategy to figure out all this.
Well, at first we discussed this is a SWOT analysis of the collaboration. So we were, I think, 5 members and we collaborated and discussed all the strengths in the beginning. So the first one, the first strength is efficiency to reach the final goal. I think this is the best one, the most strong of the strengths.
The strongest one, the strongest strength of all. Okay, very good. You also communication between different cultures. Can you elaborate a little bit on that? So who else was working with Katerina?
I was.
Lucas, thank you. I remember you now.
Let's say it's a common project, like a scientific project, and we need some mechanical engineering, electrical ones. And so we can have a collaboration and everyone is bringing their skills. So we can have a whole package of knowledge. And it's very important so that everyone is speaking and sharing their knowledge so we can reach a final common point.
Okay, what about the weaknesses? What is one of the weaknesses that you would like to stress concerning the collaboration the collaboration concept?
Also, Jovica was with us, but go ahead, Lucas, please.
Lucas, yep.
So for Costas, the most important was doubts to share the information. So maybe you don't trust the people you're talking about, and so you struggle to share your information and go for collaboration. But
lack of trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I would say it's the commitment, the main weakness.
The
differences
weakness might be lack of commitment. All right.
Yeah, or at least not the same.
Not being on the same path. All right, very well. Thank you very much. Very rich list of weaknesses and opportunities as well here. So anyone else from this room that would like to, besides Costas, that would like to highlight one of the opportunities, for example? I can see here building soft skills linked to collaboration, so presentation skills, communication skills, active listening. You put them all, very good. Or probably we can listen to another team that was in another room, students in room 7. Yep, I will have to go to my screen to check who was where. Yep. So I can call out your names. So room 7, who was in room 7? Eliska, Jakub, Luca, and Philip. Where are you?
Hello.
Hello, Luca.
Hello.
Okay, so Philip, can you pull up the PowerPoint?
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, Philip was the one that was making the PowerPoint.
Yeah,
and I will apologize in advance for not having a webcam. I am working from a Linux laptop, and I have managed to somehow disable my webcam permanently. Okay, so if we move to slide 3, the benefits that we have discussed in our group are that collaborating in groups is more effective than working on our own. And it is easier to solve problems because we have access to more know-how, to more information, and to more skills. And also that way we can learn from each other. Philippe, next slide.
Very good.
Okay, so the types of collaboration skills that we have identified are, for instance, in synchronous and asynchronous collaboration. We can either work at the same time or we can work at different times. That does depend on the structure of collaboration that we have. Then we have also identified the possibility of having a hierarchy and not having a hierarchy. So for instance, if we have a leader that is guiding us through, or we're all just like chucking ideas at each other until something lands. And,
brainstorming and interacting and okay.
And then also we have figured out that it is possible to have a collaboration that is exclusively focused on a single discipline, or having a multidisciplinary collaboration. So for instance, maybe you just have like a group of engineers. So you can think of building a new machine, or you can have like a multidisciplinary group where you have an engineer, an artist, an architect, and things like that. So there's a lot to learn from each other. Okay, next slide, Philippe. Okay, so here we have discovered some strengths and weaknesses. So the strengths are that collaboration can produce different ideas faster. The main weakness is that people have different schedules. There can be a language barrier present, a time zone barrier. Then I guess an interesting barrier here would be multidisciplinary teams having the same words meaning different things. So for instance, like in common expression, fitness is, going to the gym, lifting weights. But in biology, fitness is essentially a measure of how fitting an animal is in a certain environment. That's why they say the survival of the fittest, thanks to Darwin.
Yeah, the professional, the diversity in vocabulary, the technical vocabulary that is specific of each area, of each scientific area as well.
Yeah, that too. But then we have also identified that another major weakness would be that collaboration can also present a risk, because if one member is not skilled enough for the particular skill that we require that particular member to have, they could end up destroying the work of all others in the worst case scenario. But in the best case scenario, it would be, the project will be slower, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, so that's what we have.
Very well, very straightforwardly and clearly put as well, and this very assertive reference to the multidisciplinary team. So teams referring, collaborating, that were actually people that are working together from different areas, but they are connected in the same project, for example.
Actually, if I may add just one more thing, like a practical example of the language barrier actually happened in our group, where Philippe and I were actually discussing how to spell the word hierarchy. And basically, Philippe had issues spelling the word hierarchy because he doesn't know how to spell the word properly. However, I know that because I do speak English, that it is difficult to spell out the word. So because I knew how to spell the word in English, and he knows the German spelling system, and I didn't know the German spelling system, we had a bit of a communication barrier there. So it took us like a minute to figure out how to properly type out the words. Yes. so like that's an interesting example, I think.
Yeah, it's a real one that actually took place at the moment, isn't it? Thank you very much, Lucas. And so students in room 7, right? It was Philip and Lucas, and who else was there? Can you recall?
Jakub and Eliška.
Eliška, very good work. Thank you so much for your commitment. See, you were actually engaged in the work, as well as a few other rooms. Very good. And now just you can stop sharing your screen, and let's just listen to Daria that was on room 5, wasn't it? Would you like to add something to the ideas that were already shared by your classmates? Just highlight some issues. I know you didn't have a presentation, but it's not neat. So what have you discussed? Ellie, Daria, and...
So the reason why, I lead it, but I will not present it. And the reason why we couldn't have it, because none of us have a really stable internet.
Yeah,
so
there's no problem.
I think we had 2 members, and I hope that they can add a couple of things. I'm looking at them. Daria, and the other one was Dominic. So if
okay, so what have you discussed? Just to add some more ideas to the already rich work that you have presented. Hello, Elif, what have you discussed?
Oh, I don't want to present it. Like I gave the word to the students if they would like to do it, but if not,
yep, but they are not talking.
I know Daria is there. Daria, yeah, it did. Okay, so pushed them to share again, and Dominic said that he's in between. Like he knows the benefit, but he sometimes, in fact, both of them prefers to also work online. Especially, I like how Daria was presenting herself, because she said that she likes to keep everything, like she enjoys that when everything is under her control, and otherwise she gets unhappy. So then I suggested to her that maybe it's good that then she should push herself to be in a team. And we also discussed how, in fact, sometimes teamwork helps with the procrastination. So, yeah.
Very good, and very excellent point for our next stage, because it's actually putting the collaboration skills at work. Talk doesn't help. We have to practice and actually do it, right? And
one other thing they mentioned is, another thing they mentioned was the well-being of the team members.
Exactly.
That we discuss.
Because when you collaborate in work, you are working with other people. And you have also to consider, although you are work-related, their backgrounds, their emotions, their way of looking at the work itself, and as was pointed out before, also the differences that are there between the languages, the cultures, and a huge amount of issues that we will also be discussing in further sessions ahead. So going back to the presentation, and I've just took a screenshot from one of the, when I could, from one of your
Yay, so go Team 7. Woo.
Yeah, it was the one that I could get very, very fast. I'm terrible at multitasking, on the contrary of some of my colleagues. I have been practicing not being good at multitasking, I have to confess. So it was what I could take out, and just prepare a very short sum up. Some of you have already touched some of the ideas that are here, and I've highlighted only 4 benefits of collaboration, which actually are each of them an umbrella for some of the ideas that the students that talked before have highlighted. So one of the benefits might be identified as teaching and learning. Teaching not from the teacher's perspective, but from this cooperation and engagement and learning from each other when you are working together, right? Especially because we all have different knowledges, different skills, and putting them together, we are learning from each other. And you have pointed it out as well before. Then it also makes it easier and sometimes faster and more efficient to solve problems when you share ideas, difficulties, constraints, and also helps, of course, putting each suggestions at work, leading to find solutions in a faster way, and of course more efficiently, leading also to be able to cope with deadlines in a more productive way. And then I recall that at the beginning of our lesson, someone referred or highlighted from the collaboration life cycle, the motivation aspect, right? Well, actually, when you are working with others and collaborating, this might also interfere in a positive way to boost your morale. Of course, this has directly to do with relying on your colleagues, trusting on your peers, classmates, schoolmates, co-workers. These are all different words to refer to the people that we are working together. And the fact that this link might help you complete your own tasks and better and help you overcoming your difficulties will, of course, contribute for each of you to finish your tasks more efficiently and successfully, and this increases motivation, right? And connected with it, we may also say that it increases efficiency. Why? Because we all look at the same target and work side by side, motivated to lead the project or the task to succeed. It is also easy to accomplish deadlines, to conclude the work, and of course, with this, productivity is boosted, so it's propelled, right? Well, sorry, this was too fast. You've discussed several skills as well, several benefits, and this SWOT analysis that you've done. It's fundamental for also to consider or to think of what is the most important skill for collaboration to work. Can we rate this? Are there skills that are more important than others? Well, it would be great to have your opinion now here, right? Can you just go there, please? And just making a quick change here.
Could you please share the link in the chat?
Oh, let me just open this again. Okay, there it is. It's not opening. Now it is. I think you can see the link now. Yep. No, you can't. Wait. Yep, now you can. I was trying to take out the header at the top, but it doesn't disappear. Can you see the link now?
Yes, we do.
Well, I've selected these 7 that are within 2 umbrellas of collaboration skills that involve communication skills and interpersonal skills. From, let's see, Elif, from these, what do you think are interpersonal skills, the ones that are there that might be interpersonal skills?
I was just filling the Mentimeter.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, your name is very short. I always call you. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I was just filling it though. I was filling it.
Okay, I'll give you time.
Yeah.
And I'll call another one. I'm sorry. Only 13 inside.
No, only 13, only 14 they have replied to you. It's not only.
Yes, 15 or 16.
16, but it takes them time. I think that.
Yeah.
Could you please send the link to the chat again?
But you can see, you can go
you
to
can see it on there
mendit.com
on the screen.
and then use.
Oh, okay.
All right?
But I'll put it on the chat anyway. Thank you, Costas. I put the link. Yeah. Product positivity, verbal communication, non-verbal communication. What's non-verbal communication to you? Tashiana?
I had placed myself verbal communication second in the ranking. Because without communication, speaking, this is a verbal communication, oral presentations, like oral communication, how are you going to collaborate with the other ones?
We can do it in writing.
But writing, it's like to reply to someone using email. By writing, you don't have the feelings. You don't have, something is missing. That's why you never communicate something by email. But be there and speak. You combine non-verbal and verbal at the same time, body language and the content of your communication. So I think this is the most, but this is my opinion, the most effective way to start a collaboration. Then, whatever you are mentioning are very important. Respect, positive attitude, like all the other things.
All the others.
I would actually like to disagree with Dr. Petridis
because
I do believe that written communication can actually be on par with verbal communication if it allows for the proper channels. Because verbal communication, written communication can actually be done in a way that matches verbal communication. For instance, like when we are trying to show that, hey, I'm very excited for this. Like, for instance, what I would do is be like, hey, exclamation, 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 exclamation. I am very excited, exclamation. And for instance, I could do this verbally. I would communicate that faster, especially with non-verbal communication added to it. But written communication is not that limited if you expand it.
I will agree with you, Luca. If you combine what are you telling me with storytelling. So when you are using, this written communication in order to highlight and enrich your feelings, storytelling the same information is beneficial. But you need, storytelling is not a straightforward skill to develop immediately. You need to practice.
Yeah, every skill needs to be practiced.
Of course, but storytelling, it contains a lot of more work than the other. All the soft skills you can learn and then you can perform. You can be...
I mean, I was not necessarily referring to storytelling. I was talking about the way of conveying information. And my argument here is that written communication can be on par with verbal communication if it is expanded.
But verbal communication, so to combine these two things, but I was speaking to separate these two things. So if you, in my opinion, if you would like to communicate something, verbal communication, because you have, also verbal communication, you should combine it with non-verbal communication. By talking, just, isolate, the different things, not combine things. Because if you combine things, then there are a lot of useful combinations. To combine all of them, you have the best thing, the best recipe. But if you try to isolate just one of them, in my opinion, the oral communication is the best. But this is my opinion, Luca, yes. I agree with your opinion. I'm working on your opinion as well, but just one thing, don't combine things.
Okay, I do agree to your way of thinking too.
Excellent. Who is marking? Me.
Well, I don't agree, all right? Because we cannot actually, we must have the combination of several aspects so that collaboration actually exists, right? Most of the times, because perfect doesn't exist, it's impossible to have all these 7 combined, right? But some of them must be there so that an effective collaboration works. And were asked to kind of rank them, and it's very interesting what you have also decided here as being the most important one. Respect, it's the most important one for the majority that is here in the room. And well, if we do not respect your differences, your opinions, if you do not interact with also honesty, transparency, which is very important when you are working in a collaborative environment, and it doesn't matter the area of work, right? Transparency is actually the key, because it is the core that from which respect for each other's ideas, ways of being, and also for favoring a positive working environment, okay? So this might be actually the ground where any kind of work and collaboration may happen, either if you belong to different cultures, to different backgrounds, or if you share the same language or not, right? And then just adding a little bit to what Lucas and Professor Costas were saying, right? Verbal communication, it's here opposite to non-verbal communication. And a few minutes ago, I was asking, what do you consider non-verbal communication to be? Why is it not relevant from the majority point of view? That was a question. What is non-verbal communication?
For me, non-verbal communication is the body language, for example.
Of course. Why doesn't anyone answer? You are a teacher, you cannot answer.
No, I'm a student. That's why you should call me now today Costas, not professor. I'm not even a professor, I'm an associate professor. So I'm Costas today.
You are Costas, okay.
I'm
Anna all the time.
And I'm enjoying also, what Luca has mentioned before and the others. I have learned also from this presentation that group Team 5 presented.
Yes.
It was very nice.
Very, very good.
But I have a question for you. Can I ask you?
Okay.
What do you mean about teamwork? I mean, what distinguishes teamwork from all these characteristics that you have included, to this nice transparency?
Well, teamwork is also a skill that you can develop, because it's the possibility of engaging and coordinating different skills in order to develop, well, a product, to put a project forward. And usually I associate teamwork to cooperation, because if you collaborate with someone, it might be seen from the perspective of helping the other to develop their own work, right? You are committed, you are engaged, and you are collaborating for that to move forward. But when you have teamwork skills, and we'll get to this in a few minutes, right? It means that you are already able to bring within your work and within your team the different skills and knowledge of all the members that are working with you.
So Anna, what is more abstract, collaboration or cooperation? I think
more abstract.
Yeah.
Cooperation, from my point of view.
Yeah, cooperation, because there are a lot of questions. When you are doing this, collaboration, cooperation, what is the difference? I think collaboration is something more sophisticated, and cooperation is something more abstract. No?
Yeah, more abstract, because Well, the very straightforward is that, okay, I am working together for that to be done, all right? I am helping, I am participating in. If you cooperate, you are actually engaged in such a way that it's like different pieces of a puzzle engaging, or like a symphony, when the song is already moving further. But very, very nice the results of this in this ranking session. And as I said before, these are few of the skills that are under two umbrellas: interpersonal skills, which might be considered positivity, teamwork, and active listening, and respect, verbal communication, written communication, and non-verbal communication under this other umbrella of the communication, the global communication skills. Okay, well, let's move further. And you already know, for me to change screens, it's like a little bit messy, but I think I'm more or less getting it. Well, this is only a list of possibilities of how to use these collaboration skills, from which we saw only a few examples, at work, right? How does this are actually put at work objectively? So when you communicate your intentions, when you actively listen to everyone that you talk to and that you interact with at work, when you also learn to compromise, so to commit yourself to the work and to engage, when you solve problems without blame, everyone makes mistakes, right? And we also learn from them. So we have to learn how to solve those problems without blaming ourselves or the others we are working with for those problems to have happened. And then also learn to celebrate success together. So when something is wrong, let's look at that and work to solve it, right? Without blaming the other. When something is great and has reached its success, celebrate success with everyone that you have been working with, okay? And this means that you should learn to be able how to compliment when there is something that was well done by a colleague, by a classmate, as well as spot an issue that must be solved, okay? And of course, setting clear goals and objectives. It's fundamental, and it leads to one of my recent favorite words, which is transparency, okay? Setting these clear goals within the group of people you are working with. And these are just some possibilities. So brainstorming ideas and solutions with the team, keeping an open line for communication, coming to a consensus or to an agreement with each other. That's it. So giving credit to the person and to the colleague that actually did some kind of contribution, and not grab it to yourself, right? So it might be, of course, part of the teamwork, but it's his contribution or her contribution, and it was essential. And this links immediately also to the motivation. The more you engage yourselves, the more you recognize each other's contributions, the more motivated you have your peers to work with you, right? This is very important. And then, of course, building also teams, organizing the teams when you have that possibility based on the strengths and weaknesses, knowledge of each other that might be applicable to the work that you have at hand, right? But this, of course, gets into a little bit more deeper situations of specific work-related projects. and also be able to delegate tasks to accomplish due dates, right? And delegating means that you trust your co-workers, your colleagues, your classmates, right? Your teammates, and that you are working based on trust, loyalty, and shared workload, okay? This next diagram, it's another cycle based on the first one, but from a team's perspective, from a team collaboration cycle perspective. So is there what does call your attention, Konstantinos Margaritakis? When you look at this, is this the same that we saw before? Konstantinos Margaritakis, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, Kostas.
Kostas,
Professor,
okay.
yes. So
economy of names. So is there anything that calls your attention here? We have identified team members, set creative environment, identify topic, create questions, capture the content, etc. What gets your attention?
To be honest, I'm between identifying the team members and setting creative environment. Because if you identify correctly the skills that every member of the team has, you can delegate and divide the labors to each one according to their skills. And then you create a basis, aka the creative environment, so these people can work more efficiently.
Very well. What about you? I have to scroll the names. I don't know your names by heart. Okay, so let's see. Jules, all right. Jules, what about you?
For me, what catch my eyes is assigning specific tasks, because I think that's the most difficult part for me, because you have to divide the work and put it together at the end. I think that.
And it's also very, very sensible, the task allocation and specific tasks that you have to divide. You need to know the teammates and exactly what to expect from them to have a good collaborative team. What about you, Radovan? What has stuck into your eyes?
What came first into my eyes was setting a creative environment, and that doesn't necessarily have to mean identifying creative team members. You can have creative team members, but if you don't set up proper communication channels, if the team energy is not open, and if the team is judgmental and not accepting of other people's stances and ideas, creative environment can be set up. And it's important for everything else.
And it's
can I add something on this? Can I add something on this? What Radovan mentioned about the importance of the set creative environment. This was a case study on what does it happen during the 11th of September. So all the secret services of the US, they had the information about that something will happen, and they could not, share the information between them because they could not communicate. So they had all the disciplines, they had everyone, but they could not coordinate themselves and communicate, and who is going to communicate to whom, because they did not trust each other. So like I said, creative environment is very important. And this was the initiative, this case of study that, led to the development of this data center that FBI runs right now in order that all the information centrally to be flowed. It was like cost to the US tax officer, more than $2 billion in order to develop. And this because of a lack of set creative environment for all these experts to communicate and share the information. So it's very, very important. In the university, this has to do with the pedagogies that we are using, because we can use pedagogies. And what Anna has mentioned right now, the best way to learn is learn by team. The people, they learn by teams. If you place students to learn and study as a group of students, they learn much better. This is like, the learning theory it's like the science of learning. So
yeah, team-based learning,
exactly.
For example.
And pedagogy is like problem-based learning, and Scrum, since we have a lot of computer scientists here, is like very, very important. So that
team-based learning, it's also a very
and regarding
topic.
Regarding also the assign of specific tasks, you have made it very clear. You should know what your team members know, what is their complementary, but also regarding collaboration, you should keep a balance. Do not overvalue someone within the team, because then the other will think it's a threat, which means that you are going to de-evaluate his or her importance, and this will create problems. So it has also the political aspect. How are you going to distribute, in a balanced way, the roles?
Exactly, and this links also to the we are already getting a little bit out, but it's related. It's very important when you are developing work with other people that you are able to estimate the workload of each task, and this should be done together, right? So that you can actually balance the skills of each member, as you have already pointed out in one of your presentations, and be able to identify which is the task that is more appropriate to each of you, and how these will be combined for a successful product to be developed or for a successful project to be accomplished, okay? And well, of course, this directly relates to the collaboration skills that we have been discussing before. Otherwise, I would be putting this around here, of course, okay? Is there anything else that catches your eye? So identify team members, set creative environments, also assigning specific tasks.
I will say, can I participate? I can.
Yeah, you can.
Create questions. Because you should learn also your students and the members of your team do not only provide the correct answers, but also ask the correct questions. And this, leads to a more fruitful collaboration.
Be able to make constructive criticisms. And this leads once again to transparency, to critical perspectives on the same subject, to sharing your ideas with the people you are working with. But all this gets into the what.
Anna, we have also Luca. Luca would like to speak.
Lucas, I'm not seeing you. Yep, Lucas.
Yeah, okay. So I would like to add to that we could in fact create the questions in a way so that everyone in the team is then set on the exact same level about the things that they need to know. Because having a common ground here, like a common foothold, would improve the stability of the team. So basically, if we have defined the things that need to be defined, if the goals are clearly defined, the tasks are clearly defined, then the work is going to go much smoother.
Perfect, that's it. And of course, organization, it's also very important, right? Someone pointed out the importance of communication paths and of course having defined communication channels. It's essential to have an organized environment, to know where you can find the objects that are being developed, the documents that are being created, where you can access the planning, right? So setting up from the beginning, even before the project starts, setting up the platforms where you're going to work together with all those people that might be scattered around the world. It's essential for a basis of a good collaborative work, and that will lead furthermore to a team collaboration. So on the one hand, we have the individual skills of each member, and on the other, we have these organizational and very practical structures that are needed to be settled before you actually start collaborating in a project or in any other kind of work.
Anna, we have also Innocent, a student from Uganda, I think he comes from.
Yep, great. Come on, please. Where are you seeing?
I am from the University of Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Nigeria,
Hello?
yeah.
Yeah. Also, in the
we are not listening to you very well.
I think that it's better to switch off your camera in order to have a better connection.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you can hear me right now. Yeah. So I wanted to know more about the assigning of specific tasks with relative to the previous charts that talked about respect. You know, you mentioned that respect is one of the things that would help a teamwork to advance. So how can we, with respect to respect, be able to assign specific tasks among the team members? You know, can there be more enlightenment on that aspect?
Well, if I understood, you want to know how assigning tasks and the respect may be linked. Is that?
Yeah, exactly.
So when you get to know the skills, both technical and also communication skills of your of the members of a group of colleagues that you will be collaborating and working with in a team, that's the first step, of course. And so you will have to structure these tasks taking into account first their technical skills, their overall knowledge on the subject, their commitment, and this, by doing this and discussing together, you will be respecting each other's individuality, right? And taking what is considered to be their strengths and also the weaknesses of each other in favor of the work, right? Of the objective that you have to reach.
Okay. Thanks
and then,
a lot.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then there are some tricks. There are some online quizzes and tests that you can perform. And I will get there very quickly. So these were only images that I really love and that have to do with what we have been discussing. And this, of course, leads us to teamwork directly. Okay, we are not going to do this next Mentimeter, otherwise I think you will kill me. So well, now we'll move a little bit fast forward so you can get all the contents, and then you can also reflect on these issues on your own, right? Just want to highlight that connected to this, and of course, this leads us also to sums up our discussion. The ability to work together to achieve a common goal, it's one of the aspects that identifies a team that can be called to be engaged in teamwork, right? And to be able to collaborate is essential for a team to work, right? And of course, we are individuals, right? We cannot forget our own individuality and how we behave, our personality, the external influences that we have around, right? Our cultural background, and the role that we actually play in learning, our cognitive ability and knowledge, etc. Right? And this innocent, is that innocent? Yep.
Yeah.
So it's one test that might help. It's online, it's free, that might help each other of you to understand what might be your role within a team, right? And next week you will be discussing leadership within teams, right? And so you might be a leader or not, and it's perfect. The important is that each recognizes exactly their own skills and how they can collaborate together with for the success of the work. let me copy the link and put, anyway, you have then access to this, to the presentation, and this is clickable, the link it's available, so you will then be able to test yourself and check how would be your role generally in a team. And these are only, of course, a diagram that can be made with some aspects that have to be taken into account when you are structuring the identity of the team you are working with. So your values, first, your individual ones, and how you will set them together with your team members, the goals of the team and of the project itself. What is your mission? How do you see your role in that work environment and within that specific project? And of course, then the member skill, the skills of the team members, their knowledge, and so on. So this is systematizing some of the aspects. And I cannot finish this talk without highlighting this lesson, not the talk, this lesson, with highlighting the challenge that we face every day in working in such a diverse and multidisciplinary environment that actually characterizes almost all working environments these days, right? And last but not least, and now that's for you too. Tell me what you think about this as well. A sports reference. And I would add there, of course, teamwork and collaboration, right? But actually the word teamwork, so I didn't change it. I was about to adapt, but I didn't do that because these are related, right? Because it's what we, every day or every stage of our life is like, well, it's a battle, right? Or a sports context. Our life is a championship. The way we decide to engage in it, that's what will make the difference. And that's it. And then by the you have lots of tools and resources, and I will add more on Moodle, okay? Thank you very much. Have a great time. And when you have the opportunity, come to Portugal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will.
Thank you very much, Anna.
Very good.
Probably
I
we are
will
going
put
to
just
organize
this one.
a blended
You're welcome.
intensive program related to this course in that, you know, the face-to-face meeting will happen in Porto. Who knows, next time.
Yep.
Are there any questions?
Questions, comments?
I really need to action. I wanted to understand why in every moment when collaboration should take place, and then cooperation, because actually two terms there, the two concepts. So I wanted to know how two of them can be, are they twins? How can the two work together, you know, in a setting like ours?
Well, I think it was you, Costas, wasn't it, that made this comment a few time ago? The difference between collaboration and cooperation?
Exactly, yeah. So do you want me to answer?
Yeah. Can there be more emphasis? Can there be more emphasis for clarity?
Well, cooperation, it's more, how can I say, a subjective term that when people are really already very engaged and know very well what they are doing together, and they are cooperating with their differences already, engaging in the work. When you collaborate, the first stage is that You are committed. Okay. You know what you have to do. Okay. You are aware of your tasks and you are contributing for the work to move further. If you developed these collaboration skills, meantime, you are already cooperating to develop a work, all right?
Okay. Okay.
These are abstract terms as well.
I got it. Yeah.
I will say that you can cooperate without collaborate.
Exactly.
All right, Innocent, probably you are cooperate with the university, but you don't collaborate with the university. So you are sharing some experiences, but you don't have the same priorities and the same targets as when you collaborate.
When you collaborate effectively.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. It makes more sense now. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
It was a pleasure. Well, so to conclude, I believe it would be really interesting if you could all post your what you have gathered as feedback from that challenge, team group challenge in the rooms on Moodle. I will open a link for you to submit the file. Is that okay, Kostas?
Otherwise, they can send it to me and I can upload it to the Moodle platform, so to be a shared, study material for the exam.
Yeah, that could be even better. Yeah, please do send to.
So send me to me with the names of your people, if you remember them, and then I will upload them to the Moodle. I suspect that all of you, a part of you have an access to the Moodle. So
I don't, Kostas. Sorry for interrupting, but I don't have access to the Moodle.
You should send me an email in order to register you, Kostas.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's even better, because that way we can put it all in a way that everybody can access everybody's ideas. All right.
Exactly. So
I took some screenshots, and if they can put me also in, let me just put ABT. So you send to Kostas and to me.
Yeah.
If one doesn't read it, the other will.
Yeah, and because Anna, you can also upload them.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So it's better to send it to Anna.
Yeah.
Because it was for today's lecture.
And don't worry if you don't
delegation.
remember the names.
This is delegation.
Delegate, exactly. We are collaborating, not only cooperating.
In Greek, we call it hosimo.
Okay, yes, please do send it to me, regardless of the support that you have used, or only what you have gathered as ideas, so that I can organize a collaboration task resulting from what you have done in class today. Okay.
Excellent. And Anna, please upload your transparencies to the Moodle.
Yeah, I will
and also create, a multi-choice question, for the students to self-assess, their understanding. And I will do the same with a deadline until next week to complete both of the quizzes. I will send them an email.
I will warn you when it is available between tomorrow and today and tomorrow. Okay.
And I would like to inform the group that next week we're going to have another distinguished speaker, as today. The head of the Italian Space Agency will speak to us about leadership. Another important thing, in order not only, leader is not someone that leads only people, but also someone that controls his life. So from the moment that you control your life, you have self-awareness to get improved, you are a leader. Even if you don't realize it, but you are a leader of yourself, which means that, in a later stage, you can be also, lead other people in a good manner. I'm not talking about how can I say, popularism. So that's it for today. I think that, Anna, we have completed. I will upload also myself the recording, and I will place the link of today's lecture in the Moodle platform.
Perfect. I will just add to the slides the results from the Mentimeters, and I will upload this immediately.
Excellent.
So see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Very nice.
Good night.
It's a pity so many rectangles.
Thank you very much. Goodbye. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Bye.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, Innocent, please send me an email in order to register them. It's okay?
Okay, I will.
All right.
I will.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot, sir. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.